Dennis Narayan is a 31-year-old solo entrepreneur. Let's take a look at his business, what it's all about, what's his dream, what's the essence of the business. Let's take a look.
Denny's Lawn Care Services Lautoka. What I specialize in is basically in residential work. Anything to do in a customer's lawn. This is LAWN, not LOAN. I don't give out loans. But basically what I do is not just grass cutting. I take care of everything in the compound. That means I do grass cutting, I do cleanup, I do hedge trimming, I do tree trimming, or if need be, I do tree felling as well. I do water blasting of driveways, fences, walls of the house, and also my job includes weed spraying. So that's basically in a nutshell of what I do, what my business does as an entrepreneur, as a budding entrepreneur.
How long have you been operating for?
So this is my third month going into this work, and I tell you, it's not easy. It's quite tough. Quite tough to search for customers, search for jobs. Well, thanks to social media, that's a really good platform for marketing for me. Word of mouth, and also my job, my work actually talks for itself. I'm not boasting, nothing to boast about, but it's all depending on customer expectation and doing what you say that you have done, keeping your word. It's a slow start, but as they say, slow and steady wins the race. That's my customer today. He has given his details, so I should be there soon. Hello. Yep. Okay. Before I cut grass in the compound, I usually take pictures for my own marketing purposes. So we'll go right around the house.
Or what kind of field did you work in before all of this?
I was a electrician slash technician for refrigeration and air conditioning. Thereafter I moved on to becoming a salesperson, and then an assistant port officer, and then a road enforcement officer. And most of this work involved a lot of customer service skills, people skills.
So how did you find the job in general?
It was pretty quick, a small compound, whatever the customer prefers, and as long as I meet up to his standard, if the customer is happy, I am happy.
He seemed like he would like to call you again.
Yes. Yeah, that's actually my basic principle. If I do go to a customer, my first impression should be the best impression, and that impression should follow, not just for the first time, but the second, third, and so forth. I like to make my every job very much detailed as possible, I'd like to treat every property, every compound as it is worth my own, so that when I'm doing it, I know that I'm doing it for my own self, not for the customer, not only for the money, not for the revenue, but yes, if I do it that way, the customer will be happy, and definitely I will be getting calls from him to do his loans in the near future as well. Taken into consideration was when November became. When November came into 2020, I noticed it began to rain. So that's when it clicked me. Take advantage of this rainy season, capitalize on this. So November to April is our western side's rainy days. So I thought, okay, why not do something about it? Apart from that, I have been looking at ways on how to get things sorted. I saw that I only have 2 brush cutters, which is always breaking down, and I knew that I had to get something, a good piece of equipment. They say when you need to get the job done, you need to have the right proper tools. So which is where I have actually set in my mind that I will collect to get good equipment so that I will be able to do my work more efficiently. So started off with 2 brush cutters, and then got a second-hand one, which is not working at the moment, but getting parts imported from overseas, and that one will eventually begin to function once I have gotten its parts and I have fitted that in. So I will have 3 working brush cutters, and then today I'm going to get my 4th one. So let's see what we have in store. Yeah, I was into depression after COVID when I was let go of my work, and this actually opened up my eyes onto exploring my talents even more, because I knew I had to do something to earn for myself. I tried applying for jobs in many places. I got called in for interviews, but all of them were unsuccessful. It's not that I do not have the experience, I do not have the qualifications, but just so happened that it wasn't my luck. And that was one of the major setbacks, one of the major reasons which led me into depression. And it's just something that one must do to get himself out of depression, is to encourage himself and to surround himself with positive people, explore more, explore deeper. So that is exactly what I did. I explored more into what I can do further, apart from just sitting down at home trying to just contemplate on what to do, what not to do, and just sulk in between the thoughts of my depression mode and God knows what. So yeah, I really acknowledge the people who were around me, who helped me to get out of it. My loved ones, just positive vibes, positive words, lifted up my morale, lifted up my spirits, and yeah, I'm happy that whatever has actually happened has opened up my eyes and has allowed me to do something from my own initiative. So I would definitely say, for whoever is going through this phase, put your head up high. This is not the end of the road.
When you started off, did you have any family support? Did your friends encourage you? Would you mind getting into that?
Yeah, sure. Well, At first, I did not have family support, to be honest. I did have a little bit of a negative feedback from family, but nevertheless, later on down the road, I had immense support, moral support. That's all I just needed, actually. I just needed the moral support from my own family. I've also, at the same time, I had support from one of my friends. He's also an associate. He's a cabin crew. I would like to name him. His name is Manjeet, actually. So he played a major role in pushing me. Like his words actually pushed me for the things that I thought was impossible, and it actually became possible. And also, I would like to at the same time include and acknowledge my other half, all the way from New Zealand, Arushi. So yeah.
So when you said that you didn't have support in the beginning,
Yeah.
and you have that support now,
Yeah.
how did that change come about? Was it just patience or waiting, and then it slowly changed, or was it? Did you have to convince your family?
It actually, yes and no, I would say. Your questions had the answers in itself, actually, but I will just elaborate a little bit briefly into that. I had to actually speak to my parents. I had to speak to my family what exactly I'm doing in detail, and my work actually began to speak for itself when I actually took the first few steps without much support, because to them I am a person who have had over 10 years of experience working in an office environment, and then all of a sudden when I have actually changed my work environment, and my office becomes an outdoor activity, they actually were not able to absorb this. So hence I had to actually explain to them why I'm doing this. So all this had actually led to me in a way of convincing them, look here, that I am actually putting my all into it, and I'm 100% confident that I will succeed. So once they actually start seeing my work, that I've been getting calls, I'm getting good jobs, and I have been able to increase in my develop more into my equipment. So yeah, I actually got them convinced, and they were happy to see my progress. So which is why they began to actually pitch in. For example, Dad actually, whenever he's free, he would actually tag along with me and help me out with a couple of stuffs. Mom would actually help prepare stuffs for me before leaving, and once I'm back home, she knows that I'm really tired. So doing all the small things, those small things really matter, it counts. And yeah.
So do you have any advice for someone young who maybe wants to start a business of their own, not necessarily the same thing, but maybe they don't know where to start, or anyone in general? Do you have any advice for them?
Most definitely. The first thing is, I would say, if you have something, an idea in your mind, go for it. Follow your heart. At the start, you might think that you do not have the necessary tools for that idea that you have in your mind, but just take the first step. It might be difficult, but follow your heart, because when this word impossible, even the word impossible says I am possible. So there's nothing too difficult. If you want to start up something of your own, be it a barbecue, a roadside barbecue stall, be it doing something like I do, it's not going to be easy, but be prepared for it. I would also say, whoever would like to become an entrepreneur, be a self-starter, if you have these thoughts in mind, if you actually have a really great idea, I would say be a hustler. Have this go-getter attitude that once you set your mind to something, you will achieve it. Because at the end of the day, it's only you, your heart and your mind is going to carry you through for the next day, for your next week, for your next month, for your next year, and so forth. So you will build your own future with the right mindset. It all depends on how you channel yourself. self control. When things go hard, when the going gets tough, make yourself tough that you will make it through, you know. And once you have gotten this attitude of never giving up, you will achieve it. So there you go.